Uh, hey, how you doing? Welcome. Hello. Hi. What's going on? Nothing. Just chilling. Chilling here with y'all on a Thursday live. Just chilling. And I'm having me a bit of a snack as I wait for you folks to rustle in. It's a piece of dark chocolate. Ghirardelli, the really good kind. So it don't taste like no sweetness at all. So that's how you know it's good for you. Mm-hmm. That is deliciously plain. Deliciously plain. Hey, and hello to you too. Why y'all come in here with all of these interrogative statements with energy in them? Hey, you know what? Just a sport of tea with some heavy whipping cream and honey. Yes, Kamoyo. Yes, I have had Lindt chocolates. Yes, I'm from the Midwest. Of course, had Lindt chocolates. Wasn't always about. And you know that this here is a remnant left over from like birthday gifts. So well, hello, Super Justice. How are you? Hey, y'all keep on playing. I will go get my robe and put it on. Don't y'all play with me. We up in here tonight, y'all. Oh, look at y'all. Cause that's how I do it. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I just can put whatever I want to put up in there. But I ain't gonna put nothing up in there right now. Cause we talking. Can we talk for a minute? Can I tell Can I tell y'all about some real? You know what? I have got inspired, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have a segment where I do a video outside in Alaska, because people don't be believing the stuff that happened in Alaska. When I tell you big old gigantic moose be wrecking people's cars, I mean not like because we comic people, we think, oh, giant moose. But like, because they walk where they want to, whenever they want to, walk through your yard, through traffic, through schools, through public places. They what? Who gonna tell them no? There's almost 2 tons of moose walking around, and they, like I said, they go where they want to. You get in their way. You know what I'm saying? But I want to give y'all some, let y'all see stuff. You know what I'm saying? Because like every time when I go home to Kansas City, I'm always dealing with folk that are ignorant, I guess is the best word. I don't mean that like to clown or nothing, but like ignorant of Alaska. Like, for instance, we have automobiles and paved roads. Yeah. We also have like a lot of the same places that people have down in the lower 48, but we also it's a lot of funktastic funk in the comments tonight. Look like we gonna be working tonight, gentlemen. I don't know where all these people came from, but they don't know where they're at tonight, do they? Rock with me, nation. Let's show them how we do it over here. And welcome. And see you later when you don't know how to act. Moose. Yeah, that's where I was. Moose. But just, to give y'all a better perspective of some of the things that go on here, and not just the wildlife, not just the animal wildlife. You know what I'm saying? So stay tuned for that, because the why. I was supposed to tell you the why. The why, okay, honest to goodness, all of this went down in my backyard. And I don't live like out in no country and in the sticks anywhere. I ain't no Jeremiah Johnson looking type cat, but I got a nice size backyard. It's all right. You come in my backyard, you could bring your kids and your grandkids, and they could be away from us and we wouldn't have to hear them. So but moose came into the yard. Okay, nothing strange about that here as far as, moose coming into the yard, but there are also other little woodlandy looking creatures that aren't denizens of my backyard hanging out back there too. And all of this is, and is wildlife going on. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, why is all this wildlife in my backyard? Maybe we can discern that together the next time that happens. Yeah, we have had a couple of people here that have gotten, come out just and startled a moose that was in their yard and got unalived. It'd be like that. But that ain't what you pulled up for. You pulled up for the live. So yeah, snap, a moose in the yard. That is not the first time I've heard people. Matter of fact, I was shoveling snow last week. And little kid was walking, like they always do, got his face down in his phone, and the moose is coming up the street. And everybody know automatic what to do when you see a moose. It's like stop, drop, and roll, that kind of a thing. And I said, hey, and got the kid's attention. And he looked up at me and I pointed and he saw it. And he was like, you know what I'm saying? And he broke wide, you know what I'm saying? Like you're supposed to do. And yeah, they get respect. Just you see something that size, you know what I mean? Why in? Thank you, I think. Anyways, first topic of discussion. I forgot to pull my images. But you know what? I can pull my images right now thanks to the magic of technology. There go one. Y'all ain't gonna see him yet. Boy, somebody's paying attention tonight. Who did I make think I was gonna be talking about some stuff they needed to listen to? Rock with me next, you know what I'm talking about. Everybody else just sitting there scratching their head trying to figure it out. Anyways, though. By show of comment, how many of us in this live have watched it? Welcome to Derry. Just pop it in there. Just be like, nah, yeah, I seen it. Nah, I ain't see it. So just fire it on off in there. Just however, yes, I watched it. It was terrible. Yes, I watched it. It was great. I just want to know if you watched it or not. So when I start talking about it, you don't be like, no, don't say anything else. I haven't watched it yet. Because if you depending on Grand Madam said, repeat what I said. Put in the comments whether or not you have watched it. Welcome to Derry. The new It TV show on HBO. There we go. Not yet. Meaning you plan to. Okay. So that means I got to structure how I talk about it in a certain way so I don't spoil too much nothing. First, let me start off by saying, did y'all know that the Stephen King books and stories are all actually an interconnected universe like the MCU? Okay, I'm going to give that a second to sink in as I sip a bit of tea and have me a biscuit. Okay. If you know that part, then you get the turtle references. I'm not giving away anything because you the only way you're going to understand it is to watch it. There are only 3 episodes in. New episodes air on Sunday evenings. So you can get into that after football if that's the kind of thing you want to do. Now, oh yeah. The character who Scatman Crothers plays in The Shining, the one that gets stabbed it, but he lives through that, and he's in like 3 other Stephen King stories. Actual factuals. So now, hang on a second. Hang on one second. Did I or did I not fix that issue? I hope. I don't mean to have two lives going on simultaneously. No, sir. Okay. We have moose here in the DMV. They stand in the woods along 1295 and wait for. Yeah, they're the side. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Are there still two? For those that are in here, are there still two? I don't know how that happened. How did that happen? I didn't do it unless. Okay. So then I did the right thing. Now I got to pull up my graphics all over again. Dead burn it. Well, that would be a helpful feature. One, if I knew it was activated. And two, I activated. So I don't know. They're gonna have to give me some time to explore it and play around with it and do some things and there that. Oh, okay. So, okay, you know what? This is a really good time to get some feedback. Question. Um, could y'all see both lives and could y'all interact in both lives? Boy, y'all act like y'all in the upside down. I'm over here. Okay. 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 All the people I like are here. Um, except for Kamoyo. We lost Kamoyo. No. There you are. I got scared. If you watch the playback, you'll see I got emotional. Anyway, well, I want to fiddle around with it, Grand Madam, and understand what I'm doing and not accidentally simulcast in the same. You know what I mean? Oh, I seen them. I seen them. I seen them. I think that might have been Instagram. I don't know. Maybe, yeah, maybe one day when we ready, when we can join together as one group and attack as a single unit. One. You under dig? One. Just one. And then, that way, we're like Rogue Squadron. Hi, nerd reference. Um mm, that was tasty. Mama, I'm sorry. Really cool action figure to show you. Okay, Instagram or TikTok, I was ready to shame. All right, well, one live was on your phone, the other one was on a big screen. Oh, okay, okay. Well, I must have had the default settings, but I'm a fiddle faddle with it a little bit later on and see what we're doing, making it do what it do. Anywho, I was asking you about this for a reason earlier. Do we also know the nature of Pennywise? When we take off the clown exterior. But we're gonna have to get together and coordinate on that, Kamayo. Get at me on that. Um Pennywise though. No? All right. I'll go ahead and get into it. There are 3 episodes. There's this guy, General Shaw, I believe is his name, and he's in charge of this Air Force base near Derry. And they're looking into this phenomenon. But there's a lot more going on than the general wants to show or is willing to tell. Because as we find out later on, General Shaw is from Derry, or at one point lived around or near Derry. And he's seen some stuff. Like everybody sees some stuff. Now you know what I've seen a bunch of in Derry that I ain't seen in Derry in them first two movies. That right there. I ain't see a lot of that right there in that first movie. You know what I'm saying? But it's popping up. It's popping up. Cause a lot of people, you know what I'm saying, a lot of people be saying some things like how do you expect me to watch this when I can't see me? You is in it in a major way. As a matter of fact, two of the most pivotal characters on the show is the brothers. This guy right here named Halloran. He's got some kind of mental abilities. You know what I'm saying? He can see things and read minds and be transported to places mentally, but his physical body is still there. Then you got the major who is the veteran of the Korean War. Before you say anything, Derry takes place in 1962. 27 years after 1962 is what? When the first It takes place. These events occur every 27 years, remember? See, I watched it and I binged these first 3 episodes. So I'm pretty versed in my itness right now. At least I feel like I am. But he had an accident during the Korean War where a part of his amygdala got damaged, and now he is incapable of feeling fear. What does Pennywise feed on? Fear. Now, this guy has an ability that will allow him maybe to just see Pennywise, or will Pennywise be able to see him too? And you are absolutely right. Right there. Pennywise is an ancient evil. Ancient evil ain't for humans to try to take down. But FAFO. Right. You know what I'm saying? People in Derry are standing on the corner of, and dude, the black spot. Remember that incident? The black spot where they talk about the ironworks fire? I think a lot of that was a little bit racially motivated. But we're gonna find out about that too in It Welcome to Derry. Paul Martin, I am so glad you are here, sir. You was not in the live yesterday. I thought I had offended you and you was never coming back. I am happy that you are here, sir. Hello and welcome. King Adam Spencer Share Universe. See what I'm saying? These are the things that you missed because you didn't get here on time. It's all love, dog. It's all love. So yeah, in this shared universe, we gonna see Pennywise's origins, or at least a part of them, because we already know he has existed for some time, and without giving away too much of what goes on in this show, just like the movie, there's some people that you expect to live, and then there's other people that end up dying. Now, of course, the little Caucasian girl in the middle is gonna be front and center because she's probably gonna last longer than everybody else in that picture. And I can tell you, at the end of the first episode, it's gonna be a lot less of them than it was in the first episode. So I feel like Welcome to Derry is giving off some Walking Dead energy, in as much that you should not become too terribly attached to any character because they subject to get it. So don't be watching Welcome to Derry talking about, oh, so and so's my favorite character. Not no more. Not no more. So, Paul Martin with a good question. Is this tied more to the theatrical releases or the TV movie where Tim Curry played Pennywise? You're correct. It is tied more to the theatrical releases because it is the same actor who played Pennywise in the theatrical releases. And if you recall, in the Tim Curry version, there was no need for 1 and 2. That was all one story, like it was in the book, where they come back 27 years later to do their thing all over again. So there you go. The movies, It, Chapter 1, Chapter 2. Aptly named. Anywho, I like it. It is more gore and body horror than anything else, but you still get that Stephen King-esque energy to it. Andy Muschietti, the guy who directed the last 2 It movies, is actually a director, a producer, a consultant on the series. So a lot of the energy that we got from those 2 It movies expected in this. They came out the gate, episode 1, and you was like, huh? You know, it was, yeah, man. But I'm happy that they got, little sister girl here playing a central role in the show, and then you got the Black family, and then you got Bruh Man here, and so we're getting some airplay. It's entertaining. I am happy for it. I'm glad that is happening. We need to see more shows where, you know what I'm saying? And you got a good balance. You got mugs like James Remar, and there are a couple of other prominent actors in the show that you would recognize immediately and say, oh, I like that person. I've seen them in at least 1 or 2 other things. That's Welcome to Derry. So, watch it. Watch it. Or I'm going to come to your house and I'm going to take you action figures. Moving right along. I got a comic that I want to review. I actually got 2, but they are in my pull box at my LCS, and I forgot to get them today. So I'm gonna have to give you some images. But anyway, the one I for sure got, Speed Racer number 4, by my man David Pepos and David Tinto. Yeah, Speed Racer is being Speed Racer. He's busy speed racing. He's winning races. And the car acrobatic team, as well as the criminal organization behind them, don't like it. And they want Speed Racer took out at all costs. So they send in another one of those fancy name people. Yeah, yeah. We got Kim Jugger. I don't know what to make of that name, honestly, y'all. Kim Jugger, Kim Jugger, Kim Jugger, Kim Jugger, Kim Jugger. Anyway, Kim Jugger is the guy that's going to deal with Speed Racer in the Alpine race. That race. Remember that race up in the mountains? They're doing that storyline. And Kim Jugger is also known as the Black Jaguar. He's got 2 fancy names. And Racer X is there in the race too. And the whole car acrobatic team is in the race. And Kim Jugger and the entire car acrobatic team are trying to take Speed out. And Racer X is telling them, dude, if we gonna get through this race, you and me gonna have to team up. And we get to see some of Racer X's gadgets in the shooting star. So I will be doing a review, maybe like 5 minutes or so, and give y'all all the factuals and the details on that comic, as well as 2 others that have recently come into my auspices. I won't necessarily say possession, not yet, but we working on getting it. But this one right here, this Blue Falcon and Dynamite, issue number 3, Jimmy Palmiotti, the Jimmy Palmiotti. Look at that. That's looking a little action packed. That's looking a little action packed over here in these spots, in these areas right here. I don't know what's going on with the skulls. I don't know what the haps is with that, but that does look like exciting. But because the cover art for this book doesn't always tell you what's going on inside of the book, and as we well know, Blue Falcon got injured, but Dino is up and moving. But we don't see what Dino looks like. So we're going to get to explore some of that, as well as the next female protagonist that Blue Falcon will face. But wait a minute. How is Blue Falcon going to face a protagonist when he laid up in a hospital bed? Does he have some regenerative abilities that we don't know about? I don't know. But I will be bringing it to y'all this weekend, because I will be checking my box and pulling that out of there, along with Black Panther number 22. 22? 22. Yeah, 22. It goes down in more ways than one. Some of this sounds like it was satisfying. Other parts of it sound like they were bittersweet. And as we close in on the final issue of Ultimate Black Panther, one can't help but wonder, were some of the events in this comic rushed? You know what? I don't want to get into it. I don't want to get into it. I don't want to get too deep. I don't want to get too deep. I want to leave you with that thought. Just think about it. All I'm saying. Because if we could have went like 30, 35, 40, 50 issues, all of the things that had to happen in that book would not have had to have happened if we wasn't just offing the whole Ultimate Universe into something else altogether. Those are the books that I will be bringing you this weekend. Those are the books I will be doing a deep dive into as we progresses. What you say about that? Are we on board for that? Are we? No? Maybe? Yes? Y'all. Am I coming through clearly? Can anyone hear me? Y'all sound like y'all little put off. Y'all little sidetrack. Y'all more sidetracked than I was earlier. Y'all all right out there, Rock With Me Nation? What's going on? Okay. As I sit here, I know that I have at least two football fans in their audience. And I can't help but ask this question. Does the NFL seem like the NFL this year? Is that just me? Like, I don't know. Some people would say the win, lose, win habit that we're seeing in NFL is just the overflow of the results of free agency, where players are for the most part free to go and play wherever they want to play, and that kind of evens the playing field. If that's true, why do the Jets still suck? If that is true, why do the Browns still suck? No shade. You saying it doesn't seem off, Grand Madam, or or does it seem like, or you know what I'm saying? Because to me, it just, I don't know, it don't feel real. I don't mean, and not because of how my team is doing. I mean, overall, I like to watch football, period. So I'm not really, so much overly concerned about how my team is doing as I am the state of the sport in general. For one, let's talk about the elephant in the room, the clear and blatant, and I really don't want to get into it, but I will if I have to, racism. that exists in NFL. As long as you have power, you can do anything you want to do in NFL. As long as you have power, you can do anything to whoever you want to do it to in NFL. And a lot of times that happens. And to me, it seems like, how is it one day a team on fire, they just winning and winning and winning and winning and winning, and then they just start losing and losing and losing. And then winning and winning and winning and winning, and then losing and losing. The scenario reminds me of professional wrestling. You know what I'm saying? It's not as good unless there's drama created behind it. And it's like, it's a sport. And we just watching a sport. And we trying to see who overcomes who in a sport, using who's athletes and whose strategies. And that's what we want to see. We don't want to see none of that fluff, that fanfare, that BS that's coming along with it. The stuff that I feel like, plain and simple, is just salting the game up. There's this really seriously it's Michael Irvin, and I don't get the context of it all, but I do get the fact that he's like really angry when he's talking about how football is played currently and how football was played when he was still playing professional football. And he's saying these kids that play football now, this is Michael Irvin's words, not mine. So if any professional football players are listening, don't come looking for me. Go talk to Michael Irvin. Say they soft. You know what I'm saying? And the rules cater to their softness. Now, I asked Michael Irvin what that meant. But what I gleaned it to mean is maybe like 15, 20 years ago, or maybe even further back than that, you could put a lick on somebody and you didn't get a fine and you didn't get suspended and you didn't get ejected from the game and that kind of thing. Oh, we don't got these rules now that are in place just to protect the quarterback, just to protect the offense. If I was a coach, I have a lights out, balls out offense too, and be trying to bomb on us all the time and be trying to run up 40 points and 50 points and stuff like that. But you got to have a defense, some kind of defense. You know what I mean? You get that stuff you got, who was it? Cincinnati and Chicago went up 47 to, there was no defense going on in that game. It's nice to see a bunch of people scoring. Oh, I make a touchdown. You make a touchdown. I make a touchdown. You make. Who's playing defense? They say the worst coach positions in the NFL might be the O-line and DB. Consistently seeing dumbassness from those positions. Dumbassness. All righty. Yeah, I get it. Because my O-line is guilty. My O-line is so guilty. And all of these people I got to take a personal day. I'm going home for personal reasons. I'm not playing for personal reasons. You could do that now in the NFL. Just go home and just be like, I don't want to play no more. Ain't you under contract? Anyway, we ain't gonna get into that part of it. Graham Adams said field stage. Even with the Ravens sudden wins, it feels like a TV performance. Say I feel the same way in a casino. Oh, too many agendas to stage things. Certain contracts have statistical markers you gotta reach. Yeah, they do. And when they don't reach them, and they gonna be mad. And they gonna be talking about how the NFL did them. They got to learn how to read. They got to read the fine print, or they got to have a lawyer that's just going to simplify that stuff for them and just tell them this is what they saying to you. You got to do this or this or this. I mean, I ain't saying people are that simple, but I mean, it ain't just one team. You know what I mean? That's why I say it's the whole of it that just feels so, I don't know, maybe it's a shifting of the guard. That's the best way I can describe it, is as a shifting of the guard. There is going to be an absolute event. Absolute Batman. Wow. That's just wow. Absolute universe. Now, you know what? I was oh. That winning TD the Bears scored versus Cincinnati 2 weeks ago. Bengals defensive back 27 went for kill shot instead of wrapping up. Thanks. Maybe he was trying to cough the ball up. I don't know. I don't know what was going on there either. But I know it wasn't a whole lot of defense being played. If the scores were scored 42-47, that was a shootout and nothing else. If Buzz was scoring like that. Grab this for you. Grab this for you. You know what? I will lead into that. Now, I know I am dealing with Generation X baby boomers out there in the crowd. So to you, I say, what year is that? Just based off of that music. What year is that? Come on. I would think the comments would be lighting up right now. Comments should just be on fire. Everybody should know. No, Grand Madam. I mean, what year specifically? Because all of them songs came out around the same year. For reals, y'all? The two people showing should be enough to tell you. My people. My people, my people, my people. Okay. Pop quiz, hot shots. What year did Tupac pass? And what album did he have out the year he passed? Don't got to be no rocket scientist. Don't got to be no music expert to know that. Right? She said, I don't know, the kids were smaller back then. My man, boom, right there. Right there. There you go. There you go. That's come with me. Hail Mary, kick and run, Quincy. Man, what do we have here now? Come on, y'all. Y'all know y'all was on some Machiavelli. I ain't a killer, but don't push me. Shh. I ain't gonna say the next part. But Drew Hill and some Drew Hill. Tell me what you want. Tell me what you need. Tell me it ain't good enough for you, babe. Tell me. Oh, boy. Drew, that's round your way, Grand Madam. Drew Hill. House of Music, Tony. That's the one with let's get down, let's get down, let's get down. Yeah. I'm gonna get my groove on. Yeah, that was that year. Aaliyah, 1 in a Million. Your love is a 1 in a million. Come on, y'all. Genuine. We all did, Paul. We all did. I'm saying they was in the neighborhood. Hey, I know they was. Shoot. Tony Braxton? Come on, y'all. What was you doing in 1996? For real. 1996. What was you doing in 1996? Where was you? Was you in school? Was you working at some old funky job? What was you doing in 96? What was happening in your life in 1996? Oh, y'all want to know what was going on with me? Okay, I'll tell you. 1996, I was contemplating going back to school while simultaneously working for a moving company. Golden North Van Lines. Yeah, 1996. Yeah, 96. Yeah. That's what I was doing. I ain't say how old you were, Paul Martin. I said, what was you doing? I pretty much guess your age. I want to know what you was doing. Gamoyo said you was getting married. All year? You was not getting married all year. That was maybe a week at the most, too. There's still 50 more weeks in that year. What were you doing? It was in your junior year of college. What was your major, Anansi? I'm curious. Was it African studies? Spiders? You still the librarian. Do you have the spear of destiny? Ha, nerd joke. That was the biggest thing besides switching jobs. Gotcha. I understand. Your major was English with a minor in philosophy. So you're a philosophical English teacher? Staying with mom before I bought my house. Do you still have the same house that you bought in 96, Grandmadam? If so, that joke is probably paid off by now, huh? Or not. Okay. I like the conversation that Image evoked. I think we shall do another. Oh, he actually caught the chicken pox in January of 96. Okay. That is interesting. That is very interesting. I hope that you're not susceptible to the shingles virus. So you're doing data entry at a media company. Huh. Huh. Okay. Next image, gang. Next image. Wonder Women. Okay. Now, I am going to go ahead. Oh, wow. It was almost worthless, but if you get your first foot. Hey, a lot of places, all they want you to have is a college degree. They don't care. That commercial's the truth, man. You could have a college degree in tiddlywinks, and you can be the supervisor that day. Put you in charge, man. I had an AA, and I was ramp lead at the airport. Like, oh, you're the smartest guys. So if something goes wrong, it's your fault. That's what they want, accountability. Okay, he's smart enough to do algebra. He can be accountable. Anyway, lot of images of Wonder Woman in that picture. Now there are that top tier are images of Wonder Woman through the 1940s and 50s, and then that middle tier is Wonder Woman through the 60s and the 70s and the 80s and the 90s. And then the bottom tier is Wonder Woman in the 2000s and the 2010s. So, yes, indeed. A lot of people have never noticed the variations on her costume because it maintains the same basic scheme. But I like the fact that in the 2000s, the look of it started to lean more towards a more traditionally mythological look. But of those looks, which one is your favorite? 40s and 50s? 70s, 80s, 90s? Or the 2000s? That new 52 look was kind of I didn't hate it, but I don't know, just the thing with her and Clark. I couldn't get I couldn't get behind that. I just was like, okay, yeah, it makes sense for them to be together, but no. No, not nah. Um but yeah, y'all don't like what y'all yeah. And Nazi say like the last image in the middle row. So far right, fourth one. Because her hair's hanging in her face and she looks like she can box. She does. She does. She kind of look like like she'll put them hands on you. Like, I ain't here to look cute. I'm here to beat cats up. I feel like the one on the bottom row on the most recent look for Wonder Woman, that one with the big van brace on her arm, she looked like she might put some hands on somebody too. And maybe New 52 Wonder Woman. The rest of them too busy looking cute. Say you prefer the gold over silver. Yeah, okay. All right, to each their own, baby. To each their own. To each their own. We just chilling. We just chilling, sharing our opinions about how we feel about certain images and things and images. Now I wanted to I wanted to challenge you with this image here and ask you, first off, do you remember it? And secondly, did you have a comic? That's Combo Man. I'm sorry, y'all. Let me get that back up there. I kicked myself out of my own live. Is that weird or what? Anyway, yeah, Combo Man. Combo Man. Dude, that was an actual comic book character. Now, if you look at all of the he's got on him, it'll tell you what powers he had. And when you think about it, damn, he's pretty effing powerful. He's got the powers? Let's just go down. He's got the powers of the Hulk, Cyclops, Iron Man, Magneto, the Punisher, Captain America, Wolverine, Daredevil, Mr. Fantastic, the Human Torch, the Silver Surfer, Spider-Man, and Gambit. The shoes are Gambit, and in between Human Torch and Gambit shoes is the Silver Surfer. But here, if we really want to know what's what, I'll break it down for you. La ti da. Okay. Rick Wilder, Earth 616. Combo Man, Baked Snacks character. Appeared in Combo Man #1, January. Hey, guess what year? 1996. Yes, sir. Okay. He had the powers of the Hulk, Cyclops, Iron Man, Magneto, Punisher, Captain America, Sabretooth. Ooh, Carnage. Oh, Daredevil, Spider-Man, Sentry. Who remembers Sentry? Human Torch, Silver Surfer, and Gambit all at once. Oh no, let me tell you who's responsible. Let me tell you who's responsible. Uh, um, he was created by Mark Grunwald and Hector Colazzo. Rick Wilder was a student at a school who was constantly bullied into burglarizing the school's lab, but at the same time, AIM was also burglarizing the lab. What in the hell would Advanced Idea Mechanics be doing burglarizing a high school laboratory? What are they keeping in a high school laboratory that Advanced Idea Mechanics felt like they needed to get their hands on it? After getting into a brief skirmish, there was an explosion, and Combo Man was born since Rick was carrying both Marvel Comics and Combo's baked snacks. That's the dumbest origin I ever heard. Oh my God. Oh. Oh my God. Oh my gosh. Bruh. Bruh. You know what? on on to the final image. I wasn't quite sure. Oh, I wasn't quite sure how that was gonna go, y'all. Oh my goodness. How does that happen, bro? How does that happen? That's all I want to know. That's all I want to know. That's all I want to know. I got a question. What? Hold up. Who has a better outfit, Combo Man or Ty Rock? At least Ty Rock stuff match. I don't know what this Rick Wilder kid was thinking about. I'm Combo Man. You should have had the ability to make your uniform one color. Oh, sounds like a character Mix would give powers to for itches and giggles. Um, well, inadvertently, Advanced Idea Mechanics gave him powers. Now, question. Before I show the last image, I'm going to ask y'all real quick to name me 4 villains from Wonder Woman's Rose Gallery. You should be good at this, Paul Martin. 4 villains from Wonder Woman's Rogues Gallery. 4. Gotta be 4. And I'm making it easy on you. Trust where I'm going. This is fun. You're going to learn some things. And if you've been watching the channel, you already know where this is going. So, because I'm feeling the Wonder Woman energy in the room. People was talking about Wonder Woman, so we're gonna have us a Wonder Woman, a quick Wonder Woman conversation before I. You know what? We can have us a Wonder Woman conversation while I unbox this action figure. Okay, that's 2 people. Paul Martin. I like you, Paul Martin. Camello said Artemis Cheetah, Aries Grail. Anansi says Cheetah Gargantua, Max Lord Aries. Well, how's about those guys? Queen Clea, Dr. Poison, Giganta, and a couple other people that I don't recognize right away. But this is during the Felix Jimenez run on Wonder Woman, which would have been during the 90s. But Dr. Poison made an appearance in the Wonder Woman movie. And Queen Clea, we've seen in recent issues of Absolute Wonder Woman. And Giganta, we know, is been on the Super Friends and Justice League. So there are some more Wonder Woman bad guys to check into. You meant Giganta, not Gargantua. Gargantua was a gorilla she faced in the Wonder Woman TV show. Oh, ooh, and Nancy with the Wonder Woman trivia. I am a big fan of Wonder Woman simply because Wonder Woman can fight, and when I think of Wonder Woman fighting, I think of the Spartans in 300 and that style of fight. And to see somebody like that can fight like that, but it's on a superhuman level, and even Batman done said, you know what I'm saying, Wonder Woman got hands for everybody. For everybody. You know what I'm saying? So damn that y'all got all these skills and whatnot, and y'all know how to box good and whatnot. But I'm the demigoddess of truth, and I'm putting hands on your ace. Because that's what she does. She puts hands on people. Major. Now, the action figure I'm going to share with you is not a Wonder Woman action figure. You're like, well, why did you build up all of that to just tell us the because distraction is a part of strategy. I only needed the time to get the figure free so that I might display it properly for you. All right, y'all. Now, let me preface this simply by saying this. Batman is not one of my favorite characters. He's not even my third favorite character in DC. He's not even my fourth favorite character in DC Comics. He is somewhere in the top 10. I don't feel the way about Batman that most people tend to feel about Batman. And every now and they crank out Batman figures like no tomorrow. All the time. If you can't find nothing else when you go looking for action figures, you can always find a Batman somewhere. Old school Batman, Adam West Batman, Michael Keaton Batman, Christian Bale Batman, all of that. They got them everywhere. Now, this here Batman I got is the Earth 2 Batman. Now, I know what you're thinking. You're thinking that red and black outfit. Not that Earth 2 Batman. Say hello to this Earth 2 Batman. Nice, isn't it? That's fire. That's fire. I cannot hate. Action poses. Yes. Oh, 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 oh. He's got a little something special here for posing. For posing, of course. And I must admit, it does add a certain je ne sais quoi. Of course, the darts. It's detail. That's detail. Hmm. That's good. That's pretty good pose off the cuff, huh? Go me. Anyway, yeah, that is the Earth 2 Batman, baby. Speaking of which, uh McFarlane Toys, if you into it, is parting out a lot of its inventory, as well as making more uh old school figures available. To give you just a little bitty teeny tiny bit of advice from the man with a plan when it comes to this sort of thing, I strongly suggest bundles. It is a lot easier to purchase in bundles and get it done. It seems like a very expensive endeavor, and I do not recommend doing it on a regular basis. But if you need to get, because I saw actually the Batman in the middle there, I actually saw that Batman. They were together. These two Batmen were together, and that Black Mask Batman. And I saw that golden, the one I have. I saw that one, and I'm like, that by far to me is the more visually stunning Batman. You know what I mean? And so I was like, I'm gonna go ahead and get that one. And if they, you know what I'm saying, and then I had to catch myself, and I'm like, wait a minute, man, I'm not getting ready to go buy me no whole bunch of Batman. You know what I'm saying? Batman's cool and all that. He strikes a pretty good, physical pose, and for as far as action figures and whatnot. But no, I'm not getting ready to go all out on Batman. I think I got the Batman I wanted out of this batch. You know what I'm saying? Riddler, Scarecrow, you know what I'm saying? I don't know that or maybe I don't know. No. No. We getting off the beaten path. Take that off the screen. Take that off the screen. No, we're not gonna get into it like that. And I still got other things I got to accomplish and finish action figure wise, but that you gotta admit that is a diggity dope Batman. Especially that mask. I like that mask. I like the mask. I like that. That actually covers more detail. So a person to have a little more difficult time, well, you say just, oh, I can recognize, because yeah, you could recognize me by my chin, but that's because I have distinctive facial hair. But could you recognize my chin if I shaved? If it looks weird, then it's projecting the right energy. That's how we want it to look. We want it to look weird. Because, I mean, let's just be honest. I could get a regular black Batman all day. I could get a blue and gray Batman all day. But rare is the Batman that. Rare is the Batman that. You know, I don't, and it'd be those kind of things that you have to go for if you're going for it for value. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. It could be worth hundreds. It could be worth absolutely nothing. You know what I'm saying? But that's a lot of the chances we take when we collect. For the most part, I think I've been pretty fortunate. Been pretty fortunate when it comes to, collecting and being able to, make it do what it do, I guess. There you go. Maybe you could pair that Batman up with the Signal. It would certainly make a really cool light dynamic between the two. You have an eye for what you want and great timing. I try. They'll say like the color combo. I like the color. That's what drew me to it. You want me to tell me what did it? That reminded me of those old school Kenner Batman action figures in the 90s where you had underwater Batman, and you had space Batman, and you had anti-freeze Batman, and you had, you know what I'm saying, and each Batman had like a different color scheme. So it was kind of cool to see a Batman that wasn't just Batman in a conventional, Batman Union suit. They had like, different, and I thought that was cool. Hence my reasoning for grabbing that jump. You said it looks spidery-ish. Y'all making up words today. I love the Rock With Me Nation. Y'all, what was the other one? I gotta find it. The Paul Martin, probably. No, it wasn't. But do. Can't find it. Or maybe it was in the other line. All right. What we got here? I didn't have a whole bunch tonight, y'all. I wanted to get through the Thursday, man, and make sure everybody was happy with what they was happy with. Like I said, I got comic reviews. I got action figures. That's what you're gonna get from me. I ain't trying to be out here in these streets going back and forth with folks because it's still your peace. I think it is such a comfortable and wonderfully soothing thing to be able to just sit back at my work table and fiddle faddle with fodder. Ooh, alliteration. Yeah, and fiddle faddle with fodder and put together and make something different and paint it. And, you know what I'm saying? Hey, that's what I'm doing. Y'all check me out on the other end because I ain't got time for all that. I ain't got time for all that. Anybody ask me my opinion, I give it to them, but I ain't out here trying to. I'm finding folks don't want knowledge. Folks want chaos. You know what I'm saying? And it's because of the divisive nature of our country, I think. You know what I'm saying? And I think it's a great thing that y'all have allowed myself and Theo and Grand Madam to be a part of, because for the most part we don't judge each other. You know what I'm saying? And we aren't holding one another. The only standard we holding each other to is to be what you say you are. And that ain't no problem because I do it every day. So I don't have no problem being what I am. I ain't, one to try to be something that I'm not. And that's why I appreciate y'all. And have I ever taken the time to tell y'all that I appreciate y'all being here, the ones that that keep showing up consistently. You could be in somebody else's lives listening to their BS and commiserating and agreeing with stuff that they don't have no intention on doing, or just saying it because it works for the moment. But I'm the same person I was yesterday. I'm the same person I was 3, 4 maybe 3, 4 years ago. Yeah. 3, 4 years ago. Yeah, I'm the same person. I'm the same person I was. So what Flip Wilson used to say is, Geraldine, what you see is what you get. You know what I'm saying? I ain't coming with no side nothing. You know what I mean? Just 100. So thank you. It means a lot. Trust me, it means a lot. It means a lot to me. For those of y'all that was like, hey, I've been rocking with you since this. You know what I'm saying? And that's what let me know. And I'm like, damn, you've been rocking with me for a long time. So it's a lot of people like that. Every now and then y'all will let off a comment that lets me know, ooh, you were there in the lean days. You know what I'm saying? So it's very refreshing to know you got a core. Thank you for being my core. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't have a core. They can't say they have a core group of people that F with them on a pretty consistent basis. So again, thank y'all for rocking with a brother. I rock with everybody when I can, where I can. You know what I mean? Y'all let me know what y'all doing. You let me know. I got y'all notifications. I know what you're doing. Don't worry about it. It's fun just chit-chatting with action fit. That's all I want. You're man. That's all I want. That's it. In a nutshell. That right there. And maybe a TV show, a movie, and some kind of sports event. That's it. That's how we do that. We could do that all day, every day, if it was allowed. Simple needs. When you when you get mature, you know what you want. It's not a lot, but it is very specific. And I endeavor to protect my peace above all else, because I have family members who didn't protect their peace and they let stress get to them. And they stress turned into hypertension. And they hypertension turned into high blood pressure. They high blood pressure turned into strokes. And they strokes turned into heart failure. And they heart failure turned into unalive. So protecting my peace is my priority. Furthermore, if I'm not around, I can't be around for my family. I can't be around for y'all. So sometimes you got to draw a line in the sand and say, let that bullshit go. Let it go. It can sail on down the river and somebody else can pull that boat in and get all of that bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Me, I'm letting them boats sail on down the river. Sail up, Vikings looking for a raid. Y'all keep on going down that way. Pirates looking to plunder. Y'all keep on going down that way. I ain't, yeah, you won't see that. I mean, you might occasionally see somebody say something a-holish on my page, and I might check them, or I might just be like, that ain't even worth responding to because I don't know you. I ain't never gonna know you. So MF, you let the welfare feed you. Oh, wait, it can't. Anyways, though, I have found that more or less to be, yeah. We rocks with you. Salute, brother. Gotta plan vacations to see my peeps across this nation. Bet. Get at it, brother, man. When y'all get yourselves ready to rock steady. Yes, it is. Drama free is the way to be. And that is the way I make effort to be, because every day I'm chilling is a day well spent. 7:15. Look here, y'all. This is a good time to jump off the train and put my hobo bag across my shoulder and ease on down the road. And fret not, I will be back tomorrow evening with my brother Theo B. I'm gonna have to sit down and talk to some people and get some guests playing, because as effervescent and as exciting as Theo B and myself are, we know y'all want to see some other ideas, some other concepts, some other perspectives with some other people, whether that be a writer or an artist of some sort, or maybe even an individual we just feel is like-minded in spirit, or knowledge, and we think that y'all would enjoy hearing some of their insight. We'll have them people on too. All right. And that's how we do it over here on the northwest, yeah, we left coast, northwest side, up here on the northwest side. This is how we ride, alive and alert on the north side of the dirt. But we about to slip and slide up out of here. This is it for now, but fret not, y'all. We will be coming at you tomorrow, same real time, same real channel. And until then, y'all be good and be good to each other. I am Sideways.